Dear lovely viewers, welcome back. Let's dig in. Imagine this, a sea of red lights glowing under a night sky. Every single one held by someone whose heart beats for one name, Xiao Zhan. In just a few moments, you'll see how one man's kindness, strength, and quiet brilliance have become something far bigger than fame. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you won't just be saying happy birthday, you'll feel what it truly means to celebrate a soul like his. This is not just a story, it's a heartbeat shared by millions. The air in Chengdu feels different this week. The streets hum softly with anticipation, banners rise on tall buildings, red roses bloom on every corner, and even the wind seems to whisper his name. Xiao Zhan. As his birthday draws near, the world feels like it's holding its breath. Fans gather online from Beijing to Paris, from Lagos to Los Angeles, their timelines glowing with edits, fan art, music covers, and heartfelt words. But this year feels different. This isn't just another birthday. It's a celebration of everything he has become, a man whose light grows brighter no matter how many shadows try to dim it. Across the world, fans release paper lanterns into the velvet sky. Each lantern has one wish written on it, not for themselves, but for him. Stay happy. Keep shining. You gave me hope when I had none. And then, in one unforgettable moment, the sky itself becomes a gift. Drones rise, swirling into formation until words appear above the city. Happy birthday in advance, Xiao Zhan, we love you always. The crowd gasps. Some cry, others laugh, but everyone's heart beats in sync. Behind the fame and flashing lights, there is a man who began just like anyone else. A young dreamer sketching quietly in his notebook, not knowing that millions would one day find strength in his story. Xiao Zhan didn't chase fame, he created meaning. He turned fear into courage, effort into art, and pain into power. That's the magic that makes people stay. A small cafe in Chongqing glows softly at night. Inside, a group of fans sit together, candles flickering in front of them. Each flame represents a moment, a song that healed, a performance that inspired, a word that comforted. One fan whispers, "He taught me to believe again." Even when people tried to break him, he rose stronger. Those simple words carry more weight than applause, because they tell the truth about who he is. Xiao Zhan doesn't shout his presence, he lets it speak through his grace. His laughter on set, his gentle kindness toward others, his gratitude that never fades. Every time he smiles, the world feels softer, warmer. It's as if his light doesn't blind, it heals. As his birthday approaches, something extraordinary begins to unfold. In Seoul, digital billboards beam his image across city streets. In Singapore, fireworks bloom red and gold above Marina Bay. In Tokyo, cafes serve themed desserts with his name written in chocolate. In London, fans hire a violinist to play one of his songs in Trafalgar Square. Strangers stop to listen, and when they ask, "Who is Xiao Zhan?" fans smile and say, "Here's the reason we still believe in gentle strength." It's not just admiration, it's connection. Fans don't only watch him, they grow with him. Every project feels like a shared chapter, every milestone a shared victory. When he rises, they rise too. When he smiles, the world smiles with him. Hashtags fill social media timelines. Happy birthday Xiao Zhan in advance. The light of our hearts. Forever Zhan fan. Millions of messages pour in from every corner of the globe. Some poetic, some simple, but all carrying the same pulse, love that feels endless. The night before his birthday, the city is quiet. Xiao Zhan steps onto his balcony, looking out at the lights below. He doesn't know that far beyond the horizon, fans are still awake, holding small red candles or glowing phone screens, whispering his name. He closes his eyes and smiles. Maybe he doesn't need to speak, maybe he just feels it. The gratitude, the connection, the millions of hearts beating softly with his. He's never been one to chase noise. He builds meaning instead. Every gesture, every act of kindness, every sincere word creates ripples that reach farther than any stage could. Clips of his journey play like memories. From the untamed to the youth memories, from award shows to charity work. Every role, every song, every step forward tells a story of resilience. Talent can move people, but character keeps them. And Xiao Zhan's character, that's what makes him unforgettable. Fans imagine what it would be like to tell him how much he's meant to them. In their dreams, he's standing under a single spotlight, dressed in white, holding a rose. He looks up and smiles, not as a celebrity, but as someone who understands. His voice is soft, his words feel like warmth on a cold day. When he sings, it feels as though time stops. The world fades until all that's left is his voice, wrapping around the hearts that love him most. As the song ends, red confetti begins to fall like tiny sparks of light. Fans look up, realizing that they are part of something extraordinary, not a concert, but a promise. The promise that no matter where he goes, his light will always return to them. Across the world, people hold up their phones to the night sky, screens glowing with one message: "Happy birthday in advance, Xiao Zhan." The phrase travels through languages and continents: Mandarin, English, Spanish, French, Arabic, Korean. The message remains the same: love without borders. Fans bake cakes, paint portraits, donate to causes in his name, organize charity drives, and fill social feeds with color and joy. They don't just celebrate him, they reflect him. His sincerity becomes theirs. His optimism becomes their fuel. Because celebrating Xiao Zhan isn't just about a date on the calendar. It's about believing in kindness, resilience, and hope. It's about the lessons he quietly teaches without even trying, that being gentle doesn't mean being weak, that rising after you fall makes you stronger, and that staying true to yourself is the most powerful form of success. When Xiao Zhan finally posts a simple message online: "Thank you for your love, please take care of yourselves and keep chasing your dreams," the world stops for a moment. Millions of people screenshot it, share it, and smile. Because those words, though short, feel like sunlight breaking through clouds. They remind everyone why they admired him in the first place. The screen fades into the night sky, filled with stars. Each one twinkles like a camera flash, like a heartbeat, like a wish. This isn't just a birthday message anymore. It's a global love letter written in lights, laughter, and endless devotion. Before the candles are lit, before the song begins, before the entire world unites to sing his name again, the message is clear. Happy birthday in advance, Xiao Zhan. May your days shine as brightly as the light you've shared with others. May your path always be filled with warmth, joy, and peace. May you always remember that you are not just admired, you are deeply cherished. The music swells, emotional and grand. The final montage rolls, fans laughing, cheering, celebrating, holding red banners, waving lights that paint the night in love. The video ends not with silence, but with a chorus of hearts that continue to beat together long after the screen fades to black. The night was alive, but not with noise, not with chaos. It was alive with something deeper, something that pulsed like a heartbeat across the world. Imagine it, millions of tiny red lights flickering beneath the same sky. Some were candles on windowsills, others the glow of phones held high in trembling hands, each one shining for one reason: to celebrate the man who turned their admiration into inspiration. Xiao Zhan. Even before the clock struck midnight, the world seemed to hold its breath. Cities that had never met suddenly shared the same rhythm. From Shanghai to Seoul, from New York to Nairobi, the same name echoed softly through the night air, carried by laughter, songs, whispers, and unspoken prayers. In one city square, fans gathered in silence, holding red balloons that swayed gently in the breeze. They didn't need to speak, their eyes said everything. A huge screen flickered to life, a montage of Xiao Zhan's smile, his performances, his quiet moments, his growth. The crowd erupted in cheers, a sound so full of joy it could make the stars tremble. A girl in the front row lifted her lantern high and whispered, "He gave us light when we couldn't find our own." Around her, others nodded, eyes glistening. This wasn't just celebration. It was gratitude, pure and glowing. Somewhere across the ocean, another scene unfolded. A fan stood alone on a rooftop, wind in her hair, watching as red lanterns drifted upward like glowing promises. She held a small card with words she had written months ago: "Thank you for showing me how to smile again." She smiled softly and released the lantern into the sky. Above her, it joined hundreds of others, blending into a field of crimson light, a galaxy made not of stars, but of hearts that refused to stop believing. The sky itself became a painting, and Xiao Zhan was the artist without even knowing it. Then came the moment that took everyone's breath away. The lights dimmed across the square. A hush fell. And suddenly, the sky exploded with motion, hundreds of drones swirling together to form a single dazzling message written across the heavens. Happy birthday in advance, Xiao Zhan, we love you always. For a moment, time stood still. Phones rose, tears fell, smiles broke through like sunlight. It wasn't just a message, it was a collective heartbeat sent straight to the sky. Somewhere, perhaps even Xiao Zhan himself saw it. Maybe he was standing by his window, maybe scrolling through fan posts, seeing those glowing red lights stretch endlessly across his screen. Maybe he smiled that gentle, grateful smile, the one that says more than words ever could. Because this wasn't just about fame. It wasn't about being a star. It was about something that can't be measured in followers or views. It was about connection. Every flicker of red light told a story. A fan who found courage because of his perseverance. A child who learned kindness through his actions. A struggling artist who found hope after hearing him sing. He didn't know all their names, but their hearts carried his. In every glowing lantern, every post, every whispered wish, there was the same message: thank you for being you. And that is the magic of Xiao Zhan, the ability to touch lives without even trying. Under that radiant sky, people didn't just celebrate a birthday. They celebrated resilience. They celebrated kindness. They celebrated the quiet, unstoppable power of someone who chooses to rise again and again, no matter how many times the world tries to hold him down. In that single night, the world remembered what light looks like, not the kind that blinds, but the kind that heals. And as the last drone faded from the sky, leaving behind trails of soft crimson smoke, the crowd began to sing. Thousands of voices, different languages, one emotion. Their song wasn't perfect, but it was real. It rose into the night like a promise. We're here. We always will be. The world may move fast, fame may flicker and fade, but Xiao Zhan's story isn't built on noise, it's built on heart. That's why people stay. That's why they remember. Because he reminds them that no matter how dark the world gets, light can always be found, and sometimes, that light shines from one person's courage to keep going. So as the night winds down, as the lanterns drift into the clouds and disappear, the world whispers one more time, softly, lovingly, endlessly. Happy birthday in advance, Xiao Zhan. May your days be filled with the same light you've given us. May every dream you've inspired return to you 1,000 times brighter. And may you always remember that the stars that shine for you tonight are more than lights, they're lives you've touched, hearts you've healed, and stories you've changed. And now, if you've felt even a spark of what those fans felt, if that vision of glowing skies and red lights moved you the way it moved them, then it's your turn to join the moment. Hit that like button right now to send your light into the world. Drop a comment below and tell me, what did that image mean to you? Can you imagine standing under that sky, seeing those red lanterns rise for Xiao Zhan? What would you have written on your lantern? Would it be a thank you, a wish, or just his name glowing against the dark? Let me know in the comments. I'll be reading each one because every story matters here. And don't forget to share this video with your fellow fans so they can feel this moment too. If you're new here, subscribe to the channel and join our growing family of dreamers, believers, and fans who celebrate not just fame, but the hearts that inspire it. Together, we're not just watching, we're building something beautiful. So, from my heart to yours, thank you for watching, thank you for believing, and most of all, thank you for shining. Until next time, keep your light glowing, because somewhere out there, Xiao Zhan's story continues, and it's brighter than ever. Happy birthday in advance, Xiao Zhan, the light that never fades.